Welcome to Affordable Solar for All New Yorkers, a course about the Accelerate Solar for Affordable Power Act, or ASAP Act. This legislation aims to expand access to solar energy while reducing costs for New York residents. I'll be guiding you through this microcourse consisting of 9 lessons across 3 modules. Let's explore how this important legislation can transform New York's energy landscape. New York families are facing a growing energy affordability crisis. As utility rates continue to climb, many households are experiencing significant financial strain. This burden is particularly severe for low and moderate income families, who often spend a disproportionate percentage of their income on energy costs. The situation is becoming more urgent as federal clean energy support programs are scheduled to end in 2025, creating a potential gap in assistance. For many households, the choice between paying utility bills and affording other basic necessities has become a monthly reality, affecting both quality of life and long-term financial stability. The federal incentives that have helped drive solar adoption in recent years are coming to an end. These programs have made clean energy more accessible and affordable, but their expiration creates a critical support gap at precisely the time when New Yorkers most need affordable energy options. Without these federal programs, many families may find themselves unable to access the benefits of solar energy. This situation makes state leadership essential to ensure that all residents, regardless of income level, can continue to access affordable and reliable energy solutions during this transition period. The ASAP Act has garnered support from a remarkably diverse coalition, with over 45 organizations signing on as supporters. This broad alliance includes industry associations like the New York Solar Energy Industries Association, environmental groups such as the New York League of Conservation Voters, labor organizations including the New York State Laborers Political Action Committee, environmental justice advocates, and faith-based groups. The breadth of support demonstrates how this legislation addresses multiple priorities, from economic development and job creation to environmental protection and social equity. This cross-sector coalition gives the ASAP Act significant momentum as it moves through the legislative process. Energy insecurity occurs when households cannot adequately meet their energy needs or face difficult trade-offs between paying for energy and other essential expenses. This manifests in several ways, including utility shutoffs, keeping homes at dangerously high or low temperatures, or sacrificing other basic needs like food or medication to pay energy bills. A groundbreaking 2025 study published in Nature Energy found that low to moderate income households with rooftop solar experienced significantly fewer utility shutoffs, were less likely to miss bill payments, and rarely had to sacrifice other necessities for electricity. This research demonstrates how solar access directly improves energy security and financial stability for vulnerable families. The ASAP Act addresses energy affordability through expanded solar access. This legislation has 2 main components. First, it raises New York's distributed solar goal to an ambitious 20 gigawatts by 2035, significantly increasing the previous target. Second, it modernizes utility interconnection processes to reduce costs and barriers for solar installation. The Act ensures continued support for solar development through the successful New York Sun program, with specific focus on helping working families reduce their monthly energy expenses. By addressing both capacity goals and system inefficiencies, the ASAP Act creates a comprehensive approach to making solar energy more accessible and affordable for all New Yorkers. Distributed solar refers to energy generated where it's needed, at or near the point of use. Unlike large utility-scale solar farms, distributed solar provides direct benefits to individual consumers and communities. There are 2 main types: rooftop solar, which is installed directly on homes and businesses, and community solar. consisting of larger installations that multiple subscribers can access. This distributed approach democratizes solar energy, allowing both homeowners and renters to benefit. It also creates a more resilient energy system by decentralizing generation and reducing transmission losses. In New York's energy landscape, distributed solar has proven to be particularly effective at delivering cost savings directly to consumers. Let's take a moment to understand the basic mechanics of how solar technology works. The process begins when sunlight hits solar panels installed on a building's roof, converting that sunlight directly into electricity. This electricity initially flows as direct current, or DC power. An inverter then converts this DC electricity into alternating current, or AC power, which is the type of electricity used in buildings. A meter measures exactly how much electricity your solar system produces. Any excess electricity not used in the building is sent back to the utility grid in exchange for credits on your bill, a system known as net metering. This cycle creates a clean, renewable source of power that reduces dependence on fossil fuels while lowering electricity costs. The first major component of the ASAP Act is an expanded capacity goal that raises New York's distributed solar target from 6 gigawatts by 2025 to 20 gigawatts by 2035. This more ambitious goal establishes a clear, long-term market signal that provides certainty for both the solar industry and consumers. By setting this target, New York demonstrates its commitment to distributed solar as a key element of its energy strategy, helping the state meet its broader clean energy and climate goals. Importantly, this expanded goal creates a framework for more equitable solar access across the state, ensuring that diverse communities can benefit from clean energy development and associated economic opportunities over the next decade. The ASAP Act delivers direct benefits to households across New York State. For homeowners, rooftop solar provides immediate and long-term electricity bill reductions, creating financial stability by offering protection from future utility rate increases. Solar installations have been shown to increase property values, making them a sound investment. They also provide a degree of energy independence and resilience during grid outages, particularly when paired with battery storage. Renters and apartment dwellers benefit through access to community solar subscriptions, which require no installation or maintenance costs, yet still deliver reduced electricity bills without requiring property ownership. This ensures equal opportunity for all New Yorkers to benefit from solar savings, regardless of their housing situation. The ASAP Act will generate substantial economic and environmental benefits for New York State. The legislation is projected to create $50 billion in direct utility bill savings, with an additional $28 billion in indirect savings through wholesale market impacts that benefit all ratepayers. Rural communities will gain approximately $4 billion in revenue for landowners, municipalities, and school districts from hosting solar projects. The expanded solar capacity will support an estimated 15,000 family-sustaining jobs in the solar and energy storage industry. On the environmental side, these solar installations will reduce greenhouse gas emissions by 145 million metric tons and accelerate the retirement of polluting power plants that disproportionately impact environmental justice communities, delivering significant public health improvements. Looking at the current landscape of solar energy in New York reveals some remarkable statistics. Did you know that 93% of New York's installed solar capacity already comes from distributed rooftop and community solar? This demonstrates the state's existing strength in this area. The solar industry represents a powerful economic development engine, investing billions of dollars in the state and currently employing more than 15,490 workers in high-quality blue-collar and white-collar jobs. Beyond the employment impact, solar energy generates low-cost electricity that directly lowers utility bills for families and businesses, making New York a more affordable place to live and do business. These numbers highlight how expanding solar capacity through the ASAP Act builds on an already successful model. The ASAP Act has garnered support from an extraordinarily diverse coalition of over 45 organizations spanning multiple sectors. Industry associations including NYSEIA, SEIA, and CCSA have rallied behind the legislation, joined by environmental groups like the New York League of Conservation Voters and New York Lawyers for the Public Interest labor organizations, notably the New York State Laborers Political Action Committee, recognize the job-creating potential. Environmental justice advocates, including the NYC Environmental Justice Alliance, support the bill's equity provisions. Faith groups and community organizations from across the state complete this broad coalition, demonstrating how the ASAP Act bridges traditional divides by offering benefits that appeal to varied constituencies. The ASAP Act has garnered such widespread support because it delivers multiple benefits that appeal to diverse stakeholder groups. It makes energy more affordable for all New Yorkers, addressing economic concerns across income levels. The bill creates good-paying jobs in installation, manufacturing, and services that cannot be outsourced, appealing to labor and workforce development interests. Environmental justice communities benefit from reduced pollution, as solar displaces fossil fuel generation. Rural areas and local governments gain sustainable revenue streams from hosting solar projects. The legislation builds a more resilient and reliable electric grid, addressing infrastructure concerns. Perhaps most importantly, it advances climate goals while delivering immediate economic benefits, creating a practical approach to clean energy transition that puts affordability first. The ASAP Act was introduced by Senator Pete Harckham in the Senate and Assemblymember Dee Dee Barrett in the Assembly. Currently, the legislation is under review in the Environmental Conservation Committee, where it continues to gain momentum thanks to broad coalition support. The bill's timing is strategic, addressing the urgent need for state-level action as federal clean energy support programs approach their 2025 expiration date. This creates a window of opportunity to maintain solar development momentum while ensuring that New Yorkers don't lose access to affordable energy options. The growing coalition of supporters increases the bill's chances of advancing through committee and reaching the floor for a vote in the current legislative session. There are many ways to get involved with supporting the ASAP Act and expanding solar access. To support the legislation directly, contact your state representatives to express your support for the bill. Share information about the ASAP Act with your networks, including social media, community groups, and professional organizations. Consider joining advocacy organizations that are actively supporting the bill, and participate in advocacy days and public forums where energy policy is discussed. On a personal level, explore solar options for your own energy needs by researching community solar subscriptions in your area, getting a free rooftop solar assessment for your property if you're a homeowner, talking to neighbors who have already gone solar, and learning about the various financing options and incentives available to make solar more affordable. With the ASAP Act, New York can achieve a transformative vision for its energy future. By reaching 20 gigawatts of distributed solar capacity by 2035, we can create a more democratic, resilient energy system. Families and businesses across the state will benefit from lower energy costs, providing economic relief particularly for those most burdened by utility bills. The expanded solar capacity will create a more equitable energy system that benefits all communities, including those historically underserved by clean energy programs. Thousands of good-paying jobs in the clean energy economy will provide career pathways and strengthen local economies. Public health will improve through reduced pollution and fossil fuel combustion. Most importantly, this vision represents climate leadership that puts affordability first, proving that economic and environmental goals can advance together. Thank you for completing this course on the ASAP Act. We hope you now have a better understanding of how this legislation can transform New York's energy landscape while creating economic opportunities and addressing affordability challenges. For more information or to get involved, please contact us. We encourage you to share what you've learned with others and consider how you might participate in expanding solar access in your community. Together, we can build a more affordable, equitable, and sustainable energy future for all New Yorkers.